天晚上我们非常荣幸请到金社德迪师父来为大家分享。大众请端坐，恭请德迪师父开示。
感恩大家，很高兴今天可以有因缘，可以跟大家一起祈祷，然后分享。那我先打开我的 PPT，有看到吗？
看到了，感恩。
好，嗯，so good evening, everyone, dear Master Jingyan, and my dear Dharma family. And tonight I'm going to share with you about the gratitude and compassion. And Master always teaches us how to practice vegetarianism to avert the disasters. And there are many reasons why it's a better choice and option to become a vegetarian because it could keep our health, uh, better and also keep our earth also a better place. Okay, so let us go through this precious Dharma moment together tonight. And it's guided by the Medicine Buddha's great vows. Master opens the door to wisdom that heals the world's suffering. And from vegetarianism to universal compassion, each teaching invites us to awaken in gratitude and walk a deeper, brighter spiritual path. Now, Master's teaching, if you remember the studies together, Master showed us the true meaning of the spiritual power. And there are 4 components. Master reveals the deeper meaning of the spiritual power and how to connect with humanity, entering the community with Bodhisattva's heart and relieve suffering. The first one is divine wonder. So we can practice beyond ordinary capacity, like 发挥我们的良能, and also pervasion, wisdom that flows freely. Power, we have this incredible, inexhaustible in action when we are gathering together. And also, to permeate means is to understand thoroughly, and how Master is saying is that when the spirit and ideals can flow and be practiced in the in practical way, that will be correct. 做就对了. Well, there are 2 paths in life. And it's always a choice that we make, right? You make a choice tonight to spend some time with each other and then send out all the positive vibes and wishes, right? To wish the world in peace. And Master's teachings, have been asking us, like, are we to simply let the days pass by or seize each day to realize the value of life? So it's our choice, right? To the comfortable path or the path of service, like all the Qi people, right? That we are working diligently to help those in need. During the time when I was in New York, before I came back, I remember the COVID hit around 2021. And during those 2 years before the world reopened, I actually used a lot of time for self-reflection and try to cultivate my inner stillness and calm. And I believe all of you have been doing the same thing because we moved our physical world onto the Zoom. And we have a lot of study groups and prayers online. And this is one of the nightly prayers that we keep, right, since the COVID. So I think the cultivate the right mindset is really important, even though we have the busy life every day. And also, don't underestimate the power of the quiet mind. And when I was in my apartment after work, I would listen to Master's teaching, the 法华经 and 心经, and also listen to Renzen Puti every day. Well, remember back in 2020, there was like a big first rice distribution And I was so moved by this distribution, because you can see how people were so ordered and sharing. And Master always reminded us, well, when you take this rice home, make sure that you look around your neighbors. If they are not able to come to pick up the supplies, please share and care for those around us. And during one of the online diligence days, I actually listened to this story, and I thought that's incredible. The story was about a mother and a teenage son. They had to walk miles each day to just fetch the water, and it prompted us to ask, how can we share the world's resources more equally? And I always remind myself that I have so much more than others. And I have to keep in mind that I'm not alone. We have to return to gatherings, hearts and love. And recently, we have a loving brother who just passed away, Zhu Jincai Shishong, and his wish is to help Zimbabwe to open like 5,000 wells, and he did, right? He completed more than 5,000 wells at that time. And not only that, the volunteers now continue his dream. And I think that, the enduring spirit of volunteer Tzu Ji, just like brother Zhu, reminds us that if not in this lifetime, then when shall this life be devoted? And volunteers who vowed to complete the 5,000 wells in Zimbabwe, through the collective effort, the goal was surpassed, and his spirit continues to inspire, bringing love and clean water to those in need. And on August 1st, we received some news from the US West Coast about the fire. And I was so amazed by the coordination and the work that everyone was putting into. And I learned so much from all of you, especially like the immediate coordination and the emergency supplies, cash and assistance, and the long-term recovery. I think you are all one of those bodhisattvas, just like Master always kind of remind us that if we put the action together, we can have so much power than just working alone. And I think that Tzu Chi people are so different from any other in the world. From what I know, is about storytelling. I think storytelling is a profound tool for sharing experiences, right? Disrupting the cultural norms and dismantling power structures and finding ways to build connections in ways we otherwise might not. However, this tool is often set into the hands of people who already have access to power and who already are thoroughly voiced in our society. So don't forget, awareness of different stories and different people's experiences can help us understand this issue better, so that we can all try to work towards a more equitable world. Like the gift of storytelling is the development of connections across whatever identities might divide us, whether through national borders, culture, generations, or gender. But Tzu Chi is focused on not only adult-led activities, but also the youth-led activities, and giving more opportunities to the youth. And we can learn more, how young people are leading the world these days. And I received a letter from Debbie, and I was so amazed and so proud of this group of young children at the one summer camp. And I also learned so much about their gratitude to their teachers, parents, and mentors for 8 weeks for guidance. And that's how we witness, what we have learned together over the summer. And I think the little children, the youth, are the little ants making vows, just like, they're making their way through their Tzu Chi journey. So And in Taiwan, I'm also, starting to listen to more stories around different regions, and such as in Tainan. And also they have this summer camp, and sometimes they have field trips, and sometimes they come back to the abode, so we can actually, have more interactive time together. And the goodness have no age, right? Every small act matters, especially when we are practicing vegetarianism. And the small children are great for doing that too. So tonight, this is all I have to share. Is the gratitude and diligence returning to our original heart, right? From stillness to service, just like the Philippines relief to Zimbabwe's wells, the world still needs us, our love with gratitude. Let us continue to go forward together. 感恩。